everyone, it's MK. Welcome back to MK Quilts. So here we are again. It's Friday afternoon. I'm getting ready to wind down and shut off the machines, but I wanted to hop on and do my weekly live feed. And I really don't have a lot to cover with you today. I have such a small amount that I don't even have a list in hand. So I'm going off the top of my head and I'm just going to cover a few things with you, and then I'll bid you farewell for your long Labor Day weekend. So just as a way of a follow-up, last week when I came to you, we talked about the new print material that I had gotten priced and up on the website. So we did that. Those sales are going actually along very well. Several people have picked up the new Art and Stitch stuff that we are offering now on the website. But there was somebody who reached out and said, Melissa, what about the embroidery module? Okay, so that's something that's like wasn't even on my radar, and I apologize about that. So I talked to the print source, and we will have an option for those of you who have the Art and Stitch Plus and you want to get that version of the manual. Okay, so like I said, I'm fixing to head on out of here in just a few minutes, and when I get home tonight and this weekend, Paul and I will make sure that we get the website updated once again for the print material, and then we'll have that new Art and Stitch Plus embroidery module version available for you. Okay, all right, so that's it with that. Let me just put these down. And just excuse me one second. I feel like I have something in my eye. This is like, I guess this is what happens with live TV and live Facebook feeds, right? Okay, so let's see. What else? Just before I went on this afternoon, I hope that you caught the fact that we put up a new little YouTube video. And I was working on a quilt yesterday, and I was working on a pantograph. And it got me to thinking that I've gotten some new followers on the page recently. And I know many of you all obviously have been following me for a while, and you know all about my video series. But there was some new people, and they had some questions. They were hunting around for some of my videos. So I've been trying to, you know, direct people to some of my YouTube content that they weren't aware of. And I thought, you know, why don't I just hop on and do a quick video about this pantograph that I was using. So this Sim series, if you haven't watched it yet, you know, go ahead and do that at some point this weekend. But you're going to notice it's just a little bit different. I really don't show a whole lot of in-depth training on this particular YouTube video. I decided instead to just kind of talk you through a few things and get you thinking about things a little bit outside of the box, okay? And then of course I direct you to my pantograph class, because that pantograph class that I have on my hosting site is a 2-hour session. Actually, I think it may be a bit more than 2 hours, and I cover a lot of stuff in that session. So it's really too much to put on YouTube anyway. Okay, so I always keep my YouTube stuff, little snippets of things that I'm doing, things that are easy for me to record and capture and just blast out there. And then my classes, those I take a little bit more time, right, to think through and do that a little bit more thoroughly. Okay, so check out that YouTube and just get a little bit of an insight about how I approach pantographs here at MK Quilts. Okay, and then the last thing before I show you what's on the frame, just before I hopped on, I'm like, oh, it's September 1st, and I haven't printed out my Handy Quilter promotion material for the month. So I hopped on and watched a really quick video about what we got going on this month. And what we have going on is the demo days. Now, I'm new to being a retailer, and this promotion that Handy Quilter has going on right now, they've been doing this a couple of years already. And basically what it is a promotion to make it available to me to sell my floor models to you. Okay, so I realize I'm coming to you inside the Sim group, but you know, again, I post these videos other places. So I'm going to talk to Paul about this weekend and just kind of see what we can do, or what we might want to do with McFinity and McFusion, and get some new machines in here. As a retailer, HQ kind of likes us to have newer machines on the floor. So I don't know. I'm really attached to McFinity. You know that. I love that machine. And so we got some things to think about. But if you are in the market for a machine, you know, I've said this before, I'll say it again. Paul and I would love to become your retailers. And so just, you know, think about that when you're ready to upgrade or, you know, bring a new machine home to you. We would love to talk about making that happen for you. Okay, so we got demo days going on with HQ, and I don't know about getting rid of my machines, but it probably would be a good idea for me to get some new ones in here. Okay? All right, so I think that's it for today. I'm just about ready to go home, but I just wanted to show you what's on the frame. Over here is a cool quilt. This is actually a sliced 9-patch quilt, or a diced 9-patch, tossed 9-patch. It has many names. This quilt is was actually made by a friend of mine. She's a new quilter, and she is a friend of mine from church, and this is like her first larger, it's kind of a lap size, but it's her first quilt that she's brought to somebody like me. And I'm telling you, this thing went on the frame like perfectly square. It is so pressed beautifully. I mean, when I see her, I think I'm going to see her next weekend, I'm just going to have to tell her how beautifully she did on her first quilt. Okay, and then over here is a beautiful quilt, and it just so happens that this quilt has been done by a newer quilter as well. And this is a Jelly Roll Races quilt ×3. I think he said he used 3, maybe 4. I forget what he said. Jelly rolls in that Jelly Roll Races quilt. And actually, you are hearing me right. I said he. It's a gentleman quilter, and he heard about me from a friend, and this was his kind of first project, and it kind of grew exponentially on him. But it's really, really pretty. So we're going to get that one up on the frame. That's going to be a pantograph. So I'm going to be practicing what I preach in my pantograph video, and I'm doing a little bit of semi-custom work over here on this other one, and it's just been a great week here at MK Quilts. I've gotten a lot done. Catch up kind of a week. All right, so next week, just a little bit of a heads up. Next week, I am hitting the road again. I know somebody recently said, Melissa, when do you operate your quilt business? You seem like you travel a lot. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I work hard when I'm here, and then when I'm on the road, I have other ways of quilting. I have my sim along always, and you know, my videos are always available, and Mr. MK is going to be behind taking care of any orders that come in. So don't be afraid to order anything off the website. Mr. MK will take care of you. But I'm heading off on retreat, and I am going to be doing some teaching as well. So that my big September event that I've been talking about for months is here. I'm really excited about that. Just going to be meeting some of my followers up there in northern Georgia. So I maybe will fit in a live feed next week. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll try. If not, I'll see you the week after. Okay? All right, you guys have a fun, a safe Labor Day weekend. Thanks for joining me. And as always, from my studio to yours, happy quilting. Bye-bye.